XRP and XLM are taking an absolute beating right now price-wise, and it all has to do with the CPI data that was just released. Let's leave this screen and go into this one. Let's take a look at XLM reacting right now, and you can see it right here on the screen, a massive movement to the downside. Let's take a look at XRP, and the exact same thing happened, and this all has to do with the release of the CPI data. A broader look across the market sees red across the screen, with Ethereum down now 5.7% to 1646, Bitcoin down 3.6% to 21.5. If we switch the time frame over to 1 hour, you could see that the majority of losses have happened over this last hour, and it all had to do with the CPI data that came across. Let's take a look at the data right now. The annual inflation rate for the United States eased for a second straight month to 8.3% in August 2022, the lowest in 4 months, and down from 8.5% in July. And here is the problem, everyone, and it has to do with the delta, and we've brought it up on the show. The market was forecasting 8.1%, but it came in right now at 8.3. So because the delta was worse, right, it beat expectations on the bad way, the market reacted heavily. Right now we came in, like I said, at 8.3%. 0.2% higher than what the market was hoping for at 8.1%. You can see that it's not just crypto reacting to this news. The US 30 stock index right now is down heavy on the news, and this is before the markets have opened. Look at the movement up on the screen. It looks very similar to what we're seeing with XLM, XRP, and all the cryptos across the way. Now, when we look at the data, here is what we got. 8.3%. No, it is not good at all. So now we got the bar chart of CPI data up on the screen. This is what's causing the pain, all right? The delta of that 8.1 now moving to 8.3, that affected the market. So it looks like, yes, we may have hit a peak of inflation, but the market is looking for inflation to cool down even faster than what's happening right now. 8.3% is still way higher than what everyone was expecting, and that has to do with energy prices, everyone. The recent rally had to do with energy prices coming down so dramatically, where people's expectations were hoping that CPI data was going to be even more favorable than what it is. So they're sitting there going, hey, fuel prices are going down so heavy. Hey, CPI data must be going down heavy as well. No, that is wrong, because we had other indices out there within CPI that were going up. And as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. Let's pivot on some of these tables here so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. So we're going to go to the consumer price index, the actual CPI data, and you can see right here, we are holding flat 296.171. You've seen over the last 3 months, we've basically held steady. So even though the 8.3, right, is lower than the previous month's 8.5, when you look at all the data combined coming in at 296.171, that is similar to the last 3 months. Now, when we look at energy costs, yep, this is what I was talking about. Energy costs have gone down, and people are thinking, hey, wait a minute, this is going to be the relief that we need, but there have been other factors out there that have been getting worse. I have now food inflation up on the screen, and you can see food inflation right now through the roof, everyone, 11.4%. So the data that makes up inflation comes from energy, food, housing, a whole bunch of other sources out there. The market was expecting the energy weight to be the savior for this report. It did not happen. High food prices right now are what is causing this inflation report just to shock the market and bring red absolutely across the screen. Let's switch it up to another metric right now, and let's talk about housing. Yes, everyone is saying housing is going to crash. No, it is not, because private equity groups right now are buying everything in sight, and they're jacking up rents. And when you jack up rents, what does it do? It forces more people to want to go to the housing market. But here's the problem. Interest rates have been going up, and home prices have not been going down in the majority of markets, which means people are paying even more than what was expected. Up on the screen right now, I have, yep, rental rate inflation, and here we go. The highest that we have ever seen, everyone, right now at 6.239 points. Yes, it's been the decline of energy, but the rising prices for everything else. So we got food, rent, all the other big things right now in inflation going up. I've switched it now to core consumer prices, and you can see core consumer prices now is the highest we have ever seen at 296.95 points. So yes, the inflation rate was lower than the previous month, but within the inflation report, we have seen housing and energy has gone through the roof. That's what's pulling the markets down right now. Macroeconomic events are so strong. They carry so much weight right now that anything that XRP or XLM does on an individualistic business basis will have little to no impact until we get CPI under control. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out, so you learn more cool stuff like this on CPI data. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch y'all later.